Hello once again and welcome back to Dragon Pixels, my friends. Today we're looking at the lesser known gems of the Game Boy library with my picks for the top 10 obscure Game Boy games. These are the hidden treasures that may have flown under your radar but are absolutely worth your time, from platformers to shooters and everything in between. So grab your Game Boy or whatever device you play Game Boy games with, and we'll get started with some pixelated goodness. Number 10. Nail and Scale is a quirky puzzle platformer released in 1992. In this hidden gem, players control Spike, a character armed with an endless supply of nails he uses to scale walls and overcome obstacles. The game challenges players with increasingly complex levels filled with traps, enemies, and puzzles that require clever nail placement and some quick thinking to solve. It stands out due to its unique mechanics and the satisfying challenge it presents. Number 9. Popeye II is a 1991 2D platformer. It was published by Sigma Enterprises in Japan and was released in North America in 1993 and Europe in 1994 by Activision. In this game, you guide Popeye through 4 themed areas on his quest to rescue olive oil. Each area has 3 stages and a boss fight. The game features classic side-scrolling action with Popeye using his spinach-fueled strength to defeat enemies and overcome obstacles. If you're familiar with Super Mario Land, then you'll feel right at home with the level design and gameplay of this game. Number 8. Titus The Fox is a 1991 platformer developed by Aqua Pacific and published by Titus Software. In this game, you control Titus the Fox and his cousin Zorro as they journey through 17 levels filled with adventure, secret rooms, hidden bonuses, and deadly traps. The game features adjustable 8-way scrolling, superb graphics, and original music that brings the levels and characters to life. If you have a second Game Boy and a link cable, you can play a 2-player mode, which I've never tried, but the single-player mode is solid enough to make it onto this list. Number 7. Revenge of the Gator is a fun and quirky pinball game for the Game Boy released in 1989 by HAL Laboratory. You might know HAL Laboratory is the people who made all the Kirby games, so you already know they can produce quality. In this game, you control a Gator-themed pinball machine, aiming to score points by hitting targets and navigating the ball through various lanes. The game features 5 main stages and 3 bonus stages, each with unique objectives. You start with 3 balls and can earn more as you progress. The game also includes a 2-player mode where players take turns trying to beat each other's high score. With a cute-as-hell alligator theme and addictive gameplay, Revenge of the Gator really is a hidden gem in the Game Boy library. Number 6. Spuds Adventure is a quirky 1991 action-adventure game developed by Atlas. I had to ask myself why someone would make a game with a potato as a main character. Well, I have recently found out there most certainly is a potato-loving community out there. In this game, you play as Spud, a hat-wearing potato hero on a mission to rescue Princess Motto from the evil clutches of Devi. The game features a mix of platforming and puzzle-solving elements, with Spud navigating through various levels filled with enemies and obstacles. Having charming characters and unique premise, Spuds Adventure stands out as a delightful and offbeat addition to the Game Boy library. Number 5. Gator Die Baton Rat is a 1990 action game developed and published by Konami. Despite bearing the name of the Electronic Arts Gator Die franchise, it doesn't focus on skateboarding competition and freestyle tricks. Instead, it's an action game where you play as a character named El Rad, who must rescue his girlfriend from a gang of criminal skateboarders. The game features a series of levels filled with obstacles, enemies, and traps, requiring precise timing and quick reflexes to navigate. While it's quite different from other games in the Gator Die series, it offers a unique and challenging experience that I enjoy more than the other games in the series. Number 4. Tailgator is a 1991 action game developed by Natsume. In this game, you play as Charlie, a small alligator who uses his tail to attack enemies and navigate through various levels. The game features side-scrolling action with a focus on defeating enemies and avoiding obstacles. With a charming character and unique gameplay mechanics, Tailgator is a fun and memorable addition to the Game Boy library that I had a lot of fun with. Number 3. Nemesis is the first portable game in the Gradius series, released in 1990 by Konami. In this horizontal space shooter, you control a state-of-the-art spaceship navigating through 5 stages filled with plenty of enemies and obstacles. The gameplay is similar to previous Gradius games, with power-ups to enhance your ship's abilities and challenging boss fights at the end of each stage. It's a classic shoot-'em-up, not quite a bullet hell, but enough to keep you on your toes. If you're a fan of the series, I am sure you will appreciate this one. Number 2. Trackx is a fun and challenging shooter and is another title on this list developed by the Kirby people in 1991 over at HAL Laboratory. In this game you control a futuristic tank navigating through various levels including grasslands, deserts, and caves, on a mission to defeat Master Tank Master. Yes, that is really the name of the boss. The game features 4 main levels, each with different terrains and enemies, with a multi-game mode and 12 different layouts. With fun and engaging gameplay, continued feature, and varied soundtrack, Trackx offers hours of entertainment for any Game Boy fan. Number 1. Castlevania The Adventure. Okay, just hear me out. I know what you're thinking, Castlevania's not obscure. Well, this one is by definition. It is not well known as a good game, making it obscure because having never played it, you don't really know it. And I'm here to tell you, you are missing out. Okay, so Castlevania The Adventure for Game Boy is a classic action platformer that often gets a bad rap, but it's actually a hidden gem. Released in 1989 by Konami, it stars Christopher Belmont, an ancestor of Simon Belmont, on his quest to defeat Dracula. The game features whip-based combat, gothic settings, and a variety of enemies and bosses. Despite its minimalistic graphics due to the Game Boy's limitation, it looks pretty good and offers a challenging and rewarding experience. The game's difficulty and unique design are a big part of its appeal, and for those willing to give it a chance, it offers a rewarding experience that's been unjustly overlooked. Well, that wraps up my picks for the top 10 obscure Game Boy titles. What hidden gems would you add to this list? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, I appreciate it. And if you like this video, check out these other channels. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.